On this video, which is part 2 of 2020, I wanted to just give a little context. So some of my friends who watched part 1 were like, hey, you archery hunted in 2019. And that actually was my first year. I got a bow. I worked out all season, off season. I went to the gym every day. I started at 42 pounds and I got to a 56 pound draw weight, and I was really proud of all that work to get there, and I practiced every day. So I was really excited about my very first 2019 archery elk hunt. And I was out, and it was also a solo hunt, and I was out day 1. I was on the top of the mountain, and I was just so excited because I had seen elk that morning, and it's just, well, there's just nothing like opening morning to begin with, but then doing archery and having worked so hard, the anticipation, it's kind of indescribable what that excitement is like. Anyway, I called home to get an update about what was going on, and it's one of those situations where you get that, when it's one of those phone calls that drops you to your knees and changes your whole world instantly, and that's what happened. And my daughter, who was pregnant with triplets, ended up having a late-term miscarriage while I was sitting on top of the hill during elk season, and that was really tough. So I don't count 2019 because that was really challenging. I did go back out, thankfully, you know, Oregon has a long elk hunting season, and I did go back out in the elk woods towards the end of the season, but my heart just wasn't in it. I spent most of that time walking around the forest crying or being angry and just not really engaged. And so 2020, I was super excited. This guy is making all kinds of noise. 2020, I was super excited to get back out there. I worked really hard. My draw weight was 58 pounds, and I practiced calling. It was just, and so the anticipation was really high for 2020 as well. So anyway, that's the backstory. It wasn't truly my first solo archery season, but for me it was. And so anyway, so I hope you enjoy. Well, today is the second part of what I hope to have as a 3-part video series, my 15-day hunt, the first 5 days, middle 5 days, the last 5 days. So this is day 6, part 2. And it's pretty much like the first 5 already. It's really hot. It was like 90 degrees at 7 o'clock last night. I still haven't been able to find any elk, see any elk, hear any elk. It's extremely frustrating because they were just here. I mean, there was just herds here. The hillsides are all ripped up with tracks, and their feces are everywhere. I go to the top of these glassing knobs and I'm looking, and I have not been able to locate an elk. And when I do bugle, there's a pack of coyotes right down in this little draw, and it's funny because every time I bugle, they all just go crazy, hip 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 hip, and start barking and yipping, and I don't know if they're going, yay, that sounds good, or you sound horrible, I'm pissed off, you just woke me up, it's too early. I don't know what they're saying, but it makes me laugh. Alright, today is day 7, and I'm just going out for an evening hunt. I would go out and just kind of glass, try to figure out where elk are, and then game plan for the next morning. But it is so smoky out. I can only see about 200 yards, maybe 300 yards. I cannot see over the next ridge. I can't see anywhere, and I don't know if you can tell. It is so windy. There have been gusts of 30, 40 miles an hour today, and it's just too windy to hunt. I can't hear. If I let an arrow fly, I mean, it's just incredibly windy. Sorry, this is really dark, but it's super windy, and I just thought I'd get out and walk around just to see. And first elk, day 7. It's super smoky, super windy, and a bull calf and a cow just ran by me. Yes. After practicing my bugle for the last 6 days in real conditions, here's what it sounds like. This is my location bugle. I don't know if this video can tell you how bad the smoke is, but I mean, we should be sunny, and you can't even see that next mountain right there, that next ridge, which is only maybe 500 yards away. You can't see it. On day 7 and 8, a thick blanket of smoke covered the area where I was hunting. It made for difficult conditions. My eyes were burning, my chest hurt from, hiking up these mountains and breathing in the smoke. The smoke was so thick that visibility sometimes was at the most 100 yards. And the sun never really penetrated the smoke. It was just like an orange ball in the sky, and I didn't even cast a shadow. It resulted in like an ominous feeling where everything was really quiet, and I think the animals were wondering, should I stay or should I leave? It made me think about all the people who were suffering and realizing how blessed I was to be out hunting. Good morning. It's day 10, and it's about, 9:30. I've been at it since about 5 a.m. And boy, it's really quiet. Haven't seen anything. No deer, no elk. Had a fun time listening to a pack of coyotes this morning. But I just wanted to share with you, this is my guilty pleasure. It's 9:30 and I'm eating peanut butter cups because I hike so much. I don't really care about calories. So I eat all kinds of fun stuff when I'm elk hunting, which makes elk hunting even more fun.